everyone, welcome back to my channel, and I suggest grab yourself a nice cup of coffee or a hot beverage or tea or whatever you would love to drink, because just sit down. We're going to have this lovely little relaxing cozy video because we're going to set up my reading journal for 2025. It is something that I'm super excited about. I can't wait to fill in these pages again, to create something, because that's something that I really love by setting up my reading journals. The second one that I'm actually doing, I did one before, but only for like a couple of months, and last year I actually did it for the first time for a full year, which I enjoyed so much. So I'm definitely going to continue that in 2025. I still have a little bit left in this one, so I'm going to reuse this journal. And yes, I'm really excited to start setting up everything for 2025. If you're new here, hi, my name is Juliette. I talk about books, and today we're going to set up my reading journal. So if you like the type of content, I would suggest stick around, see how this video is, and if you enjoy it, you can always hit the subscribe button or give this one a thumbs up. But further than that, I am just hyped. For this year, I got some amazing new stuff, especially for my sister. She bought me a lot of lovely stickers and washi tape as well for Christmas. So I can't wait to use that. It looks just amazing. I do not really have a theme going on. I just have a lot of random stickers, washi tape and everything that I'm going to use, and just see how everything is going to turn out. I am, however, really excited, especially for the new stuff. So I'll probably use that the most throughout my reading journal. I'm not going to show you everything, at least for the setup, because I just take so ridiculous long for each page. Like, I don't know about other people, I love watching these videos, and then you see them set up every page and it looks as if they do this like in one day or one afternoon. And I can't do that, if I'm really honest. It takes me forever setting up a reading journal. So I decided to film a couple of pages with you guys, so you can see how I set up everything, what I use. And then I'll show you guys the end result and the full flip through of 2025. So yeah, I can't wait to show you guys. I really hope it's going to turn out really nice. At least that's what I hope, but we'll see. I can't wait to see how everything's going to turn out. So I suppose we should just get started and let's set up this reading journal for 2025. So this is my little setup for my reading journal. I have almost everything on the table laid out. Not everything, because I still have a lot of stickers laying on the ground at the moment. So hopefully Sissy won't start playing with it. But yeah, I have like almost everything what I'm going to use right here. So that's perfect. I am going to use the bullet journal Mus Creative. I got it in 2023 for my setup for my reading journal for 2024. And I still have quite a lot of room left, as you can see. So I'm kind of like going to reuse this journal again, because it's quite a lot of space still left. And I think it's a little bit of a waste to get a new one. So I'm going to continue using this. I actually like it, to be quite honest. I like the size. It's a little bit heavier than I would prefer from a reading journal, because that's kind of like preventing me from taking it around with me to other places. So I might look for a smaller or lighter one somewhere in the future for another year, but for this year I'm still going to reuse this. This is my very first time filming something like this, so I have absolutely no idea if this is actually working, so bear with me please. That's also one of the reasons why I'm only setting up a couple of pages on camera. Everything else I do off camera, simply because a couple of pages I don't know exactly how I want them to be, and I take quite a long time with each page. So that's one of the reasons why I already did a little bit of a setup for the pages we are going to do on camera, and everything else I do off camera. But don't worry, I'll show you my complete flip through of 2025 as soon as I'm done. Because besides a reading journal, I'm also going to do a couple of personal trackers. I want to do my YouTube schedule and my Bookstagram schedule in here as well, as I did last year, which I really enjoyed and was really helpful, because I had like all my reading, everything together in one place. That was like perfect. But anyhow, before I'll show you my reading journal and we get to set up for the next year, I'll show you guys what I'm using. I have quite a lot laying around here on the table. I'm going to use these very little books that I printed out. They are for my 25 books for 2025 TBR, so I'm going to use those. I have quite a lot of stickers that I'm going to use. I really love animals and clothes. Like, I don't know why, I just think they're adorable, super cute, so I'm using those as well. I have a couple of other stickers that I'm using, some little chairs, oh they're falling around, some other stuff. I don't really have like a theme for my reading journal. I just like cozy, cottagecore, very cute little animals types of stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of this and that in my reading journal. I really love these stickers as well. Some of the stickers I actually got from my sister. I have a couple of autumn themed stickers. I have a couple of Christmas themed stickers. So I have like way too many themes probably going on, but I don't know, it shows me, so I think it should be fine. I also have this beautiful washi tape that I actually got from my sister for Christmas. Like, I love this. I kind of like want to make most use out of this box, but then I still have like a couple of other stuff that I got myself for the last couple of years as well that I'm planning on using. So I also have like a couple of other things I want to use. I'm also doing like a monthly tracker, so I'm going to use like the Christmas themed around December, the autumn themed around October, November. So I have a couple of other things as well. I have a couple of markers that I'm going to use. Then I have a variety of brush pens that I'm using. I have a couple of very cute, this one's actually new, a couple of new fine liners. I really like these colors. I really love this color scheme. And I also have the little bit more bolder colors as well. I really like those. They're from the HEMA. So if you live in the Netherlands and Belgium, France, they also sell it in England. You also have like an HEMA over there, and I even think in Germany. I really love their stuff. And I also have like the fine liners. I got one in gold, silver and black. So yeah, I think that's everything that I'm going to use. I am actually thinking of leaving this page either empty or I might glue them together. I'm not entirely sure yet what I'll do, but this is going to be my setup page for 2025. I'm still surprised that I didn't do like a title page for 2024. I might just do one later on, so I know if I ever look back that the beginning is 2024. But here is going to be the title page for 2025, which I'll do off screen, and then we get to my very first page, which we'll do together, and that is going to be my reading goal 70 books. And I'm going to put down all my reading goals over here in this little corner. So for this page, as I said, I'm going to do my 70 books. I really love doing like these little square boxes so I can like mark them. I am not going to number them, however. I already counted them. I know there are 70. I'm not going to number them. I didn't really like that as I did in 2024. I kind of prefer the boxes to be empty. I didn't really like the numbers inside. I felt it was a little bit too much, so I'm going to only do like the square boxes, and yeah, we'll start with that. So I'm actually finally done with setting up my reading journal for 2025. I really love how everything turned out, but I'm really sorry that you were not able to see the pages that I planned on filming the setup, because, well, I did film them, but while editing I realized that most of the footage was unfortunately very, very blurry. I hadn't realized while filming it. So yeah, I ended up scrapping almost all the footage that I filmed for this reading journal setup. So I'm really sorry for that. But at least I'm able to show you guys the whole flip through and how everything turned out. And I'm really happy with how my reading journal is looking at the moment. It doesn't really have like a specific theme. I kind of feel it's like a couple of themes combined, a little bit cottagecore, vintage, and I have a lot of animals and clothes. Like I love animals and clothes. I think they're so super cute, especially these two I put like on my title page. But yeah, I'm just really, really happy with how it turned out, and I kind of feel it screams me. So that's something that I really, really enjoy. But anyhow, let's continue. So this is the title page. I ended up using a lot more washi tape than I originally planned. And the reason for that is because I tried to do a drawing in the background, which kind of like failed, and I was like drawing this with my blush pen, so I was not really able to get it off anymore. So I decided to hide it with a lot of washi tape. But I kind of really like the results. I kind of like how it looks. It looks a little bit like a scrapbook. So that's something that I really enjoy about this page. And it kind of like also combines all the themes running throughout the rest of the reading journal. After the title page, we come to my reading goal page. I also made like a whole video where I talk about my reading goals. So if you're interested in that, you can always check that one out. I kind of like go a little bit more in depth with why I choose certain reading goals. I also talk about my personal goals and YouTube goals. I'll show you the page for that later on in this flip through. But yeah, here we have like all my reading goals set up. This year, one of my reading goals is reading 70 books. And I decided to make like these little squares where I'm able to track my reading goal if I'm able to read all those 70 books. And another reading goal I also have is 25 books for 2025. I made a whole video about all the 25 books that I really want to read this year, and I really hope to achieve that goal and try to like read that full TBR for 2025. So it's also one of my reading goals. And then I also have like an Agatha Christie each month, and one classic, one non-fiction, and one French book each season. I also would love to catch up with a couple of series I'm currently reading. So I decided for my reading goals to kind of like put them all down in this little corner, so I'll be able to mark them as soon as I'm able to reach that goal. And I really love how this page turned out. I think it's like one of the only pages you were able to see my setup on video. Everything else was way too blurry, so that's very unfortunate. I did, however, change it a little bit off camera. I added the Cottagecore sticker, also this little guy. I love these little hedgehogs, which I have like a lot of stickers in this reading journal because they're so incredible cute. And I also covered up my flower that I draw because I didn't really like it. I draw it because I like made a little bit of a mistake that I wasn't able to erase, and I ended up kind of like covering the whole flower with this sticker, which I actually feel suits a lot more to the theme. And then we come to one of the pages I am personally most proud of. I tried to do like this bookshelf page last year, and I ended up just gluing the pages together because I really didn't like how it turned out. I also draw a lot, and I'm not the best at drawing. So this year I decided to use a lot of stickers, and I actually think it looks a lot better than it did last year, and I really love how it turned out. And yeah, I don't know, it looks a little bit like this library room. I also called it Juliet's library, and yeah, I just really enjoy how it's looking. I ended up drawing a little bit more than 70 books because last year I was also able to read more. That was one of the reasons why I decided to draw a little bit more books in case I am able to read more than 70 books this year. But yeah, if I'm not able to do that, I'll just fill them in and color them. I don't mind really if there's no title on the back. But yeah, I really love how this page turned out. Most of my stickers, as I mentioned before, they're from Shine or Shein. And yeah, I just really love them. Then we come to my monthly stats page, and this year I decided to make like one page, like an overview for the full year. Last year I decided to track all these stats each month individually, but I kind of think it's easier, especially if I make another video towards the end of the year about my reading stats for the year.
I think it's easier if I have like one page for the full year to have like one overview. So I ended up making one page with my monthly stats. I have like all the months here on the left, and then I am tracking how many books I read each month, how many pages, if it was an audio, an ebook, a library, or a book that I owned. I also would love to track how many books I buy each month, because I have a feeling I buy most of the books at the beginning of the year, but I kind of want to see if that feeling is correct and if I do not buy a lot of books for the rest of the year as well. So I'm planning on tracking them each month as well. This is like something new I'm tracking, and I also would love to see how many 5-star books I read each month as well, because obviously I always have like a favorite for each month, but one of my favorite books that month doesn't always mean it is a 5-star, but I kind of want to see how many 5 stars I have each month, or if they're all read like in 1 month or 1 season. So yeah, I would love to track that as well. And I really love how this page turned out. It is, well, probably one of my least favorites though, but I still really enjoy how it turned out because I just love these little stickers with all the animals. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy this page. Then I have another page where it's the rest of my reading goals where I want to track them. And I have here a little non-fiction, French books and classic books section where I'm planning on putting down the month that I read it, the title, and the day that I read the book as well. And then I also want to mark each month that I'm able to read an Agatha Christie. Last year I also tracked this down, the Agatha Christie reading goal, by also writing down the title and how many I read each month. But this year I just want to track for each month that I read one. And I'm not going to put down the title because I have a full page set up where I'm going to stick all the book covers that I read for the whole year, so I'll be able to check it out over there if I want to know which Agatha Christie's I read this year. And I love this washi tape, like I am obsessed with it. I really love it. It has this very vintage look and I really enjoy this little guy. Like, it's so extremely cute with his little hat on and his little bow. He looks so happy. So yeah, I'm really happy with this page as well. And then I have one of the pages that I actually am most excited about, and that's my TBR for 2025. I decided this year to print out all the book covers that I'm planning on reading this year, and I stick them here on these pages, and I made like the little squares so I'm able to mark them as soon as I read them. And yeah, I love how it looks, and I really love, or actually I'm obsessed with all these little book covers. So I decided to do that a lot more throughout the rest of the reading journal after making this page. I think it looks really pretty and I just really love like all these little book covers. And then I have another page where I have my series tracker, and I will not talk a lot about this page because there is an upcoming video somewhere in February where I'm going to talk you guys through all the series that I'm currently reading and the ones that I'm DNFing and also the ones that I am currently putting on a hold. But these are all the series that my priority is going to in 2025, and I decided to write down the series names and then made like little square boxes with the amount of books each series has. So yeah, I can't wait to fill in all these little boxes. And last week I uploaded a video where I talk about all the new books that are being released in the first 6 months of 2025. So if you're wondering about that video, or if you see some titles on this page that you're curious about, you can always check that video out. But yeah, I decided to make this little book inside the book where I'm able to track and write down all the books that are coming out for the rest of 2025. I really enjoy how this actually looked. I am, however, a little bit regretful of writing everything like in different colors. I kind of feel it is a little bit too much, but at the same time, I do like it as well. I think the colors suit the washi tape that I used at the top, so I think it's okay. And then I actually have a page where again I have like a little book inside the book, but it's a lot more empty. And here I'm going to print out all the book covers that I read in 2025, and I'm going to stick them on each page, and I'll be able to stick 12 books on each page. So I made a little bit more room than 70 books in case I read more than 70. And I'm also planning on writing down the rating I gave each book underneath. But yeah, this page will be filled in a lot more throughout the rest of the year. And then we come to my tracker for my personal goals and my YouTube goals. As I said before, I made like a whole video about it. So if you're curious about it, you can always check that video out. And I'll talk you through all the goals that I choose this year and why I choose them as well. But some of the goals that I'm planning for my personal goals is I would love to draw a little bit more, also sew 6 clothing pieces. Like I bought a lot of fabric last year, but I haven't really gotten to it yet. So I really would love to sew a little bit more this year as well. I would also try to journal more, not only keep track on my reading journal, but just like regular journals and my gratitude journal. I would love to kind of like pay a little bit more attention to that. And it also kind of comes back to taking a little bit more time, at least for mental care as well, because I've been really stressed lately and I think it needs a little bit more love. But yeah, I really love how this page turns out. I think this is like one of my all-time favorite pages that I ever made. I don't know, it just seems to flow really well and I really love how everything looks. For my YouTube goals, I would love to try to at least pre-film a little bit more, so I'll be able to upload a lot easier and take off that a little bit of the stress when it comes to that as well. I would love to do a reading vlog each month because I love filming those. Still uploading each week, so that means 52 videos throughout the rest of the year, and hopefully I'll be able to get like 1,000 subscribers somewhere in this year. Would love to reach that goal too. And then we come to my book records for 2025. Here I'm going to track my favorite book of the year, and I'm going to do that by writing my favorites for each month, and then I'm going to kind of like narrow it down by choosing between all these favorites, and it will end up in resulting my all-time favorite book of 2025. And I really love how this page turned out. It is definitely maybe a little bit too much, but I just really love these stickers. I liked a little bit of an autumn theme this page has, with like the little mushrooms and the little leaves, and also like this little thing. And yeah, I really enjoy these animals. They're so extremely cute, like this little guy fishing in his like rain suit. I think it's just extremely adorable. And then I come to my monthly trackers. Last year I also did like monthly trackers, which I'm going to set up each time at the end of each month. And here we have my tracker for January. I wrote down my TBR. I'm going to read all the other books that I'm reading this month here that did not belong to my TBR. And this year I kind of really would love to not only write down my favorite book and my least favorite book, but also why. So I made a little bit of room for that as well. And I might actually also print out the book covers of these 2 books. But yeah, this page has a little bit of a winter vibe, with like the animals in very warm sweaters and hot beverage in their hands. And yeah, also this little sticker with all the trees. I kind of feel it has a little bit of a wintry vibe, which I think is perfect for January. And obviously I haven't set up the rest of the month, so these pages are all empty. And then I come to a page where I actually made a little Dutch door. And this is the first time I made a Dutch door, and I think I succeeded in it a little bit. Like, it's a little bit messy here underneath, but I think it looks cute. And here I'm going to put all my ideas for my YouTube channel. I really love like one place where I'm able to put down all my ideas, so I have like one overview. So I decided to do 2 pages since I am filming hopefully for the rest of the year. So I really love how this turned out. I like the clouds, and yeah, can't wait to fill this in. And then I also have my planning for my YouTube. I have my January and February month set up, so I'm able to plan everything, track everything down. I want to write down all the videos that I want to upload that month, and also the ones that I'm planning on filming, which kind of like ties in with my pre-filming YouTube goal. So yeah, I really like how this turned out. However, these definitely are like my least favorite pages. I am not that obsessed with it. I am really glad that I decided to print out the calendars, because first I wanted to draw them, but like this was taking me so extremely long that I think I made the right choice by just simply printing it out and being able to stick them for each month, which I kind of like did for the rest of the year as well. I'm again going to fill these in at the end of the month. And then we come to my last page, because besides planning my YouTube, I also love to plan my Bookstagram. And these pages I'm like actually a lot more obsessed about than I am for my YouTube planning pages. I really think they turned out really nice. a lot more themed to the months as well, like with the hearts for February and like the little trees and everything. This definitely has a more wintry vibe. So yeah, here I'm again also the calendars I printed out, and I'm going to plan like everything that I want to upload on Bookstagram, and also hopefully tie that up a little bit more with my YouTube channel so that there's a little bit more of a link with both of the social media pages that I have. So yeah, that are all my pages I made for my reading journal for 2025, and yeah, I'm just really obsessed.
It's done! My reading journal is done, and I'm so extremely happy with the end results, and I am absolutely obsessed with my new reading journal and setup for this year. I can't wait to fill in all the pages, and I think some of the pages look incredible. Others may have turned out okay, not entirely as I planned or wanted, but most of them look really, really good, I think. And I still feel that there's like a little bit of a theme going on, a little bit vintagey, cottagecore with animal and clothes, I suppose. And yeah, I am obsessed with how everything is looking, and I'm really, really happy with it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you some inspiration for your own reading journal. And yeah, I just really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can always hit the subscribe button or give this one a thumbs up. And further than that, I see you guys next week with another video. I wish you all a really amazing weekend and an amazing week as well. And thank you so much for watching again. And yeah, I wish I could see your reading journals or something like that as well. Like if you would love to share something with me, you can always send me a message or Instagram or something. But I love watching these types of videos. I always love seeing other people's reading journals, because that gives me a lot of inspiration on how I could do certain things or anything. And I don't know, I love reading journals. So I really love to see everyone's reading journal. And I would love to know if you guys actually have a journal. Like, do you keep up with a bullet journal or a gratitude journal or a regular journal or maybe a reading journal? I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I would love to chat with you guys. And I see you guys next week on Saturday again for another video. Till then, bye bye.